Hello, this is Jason Robinson from Illustration by Design, and this is yet another live stream. I'm going to be working on this drawing of Nightcrawler I started quite a while ago. Never finished it, need to get it done, so I figured I might as well live stream it and get it going. And make sure that I don't have my volume up, which I tend to do all the time. So let me turn the volume down on my tablet and get working on this. Hope everyone's doing okay. It is hot where I am, very hot. My air conditioner is out, so it could be a little more pleasant. Fortunately, I have a fan in this room, so it's manageable. But it's still hot as heck. Let me get my glasses on so I can see what I am doing. Oh boy, I'm still here, don't worry. Hope everyone's doing okay. Now, just looking at this from not having worked on it for a while, I see a few things that I need to fix. Head's too big. Arms need to be worked on. Pencil needs to be sharpened. Eraser needs to be found. There we go. Now, so times like this, I wish that I had a Command Z, or I could just magic wand this and just shrink the head physically instead of having to erase it and draw the whole thing over again. But nothing I can do about that. Bye bye. Bye bye. It's painful. Painful having to erase stuff that I basically like, but it's just too big. You guys are all doing good, and you're all ready for, I guess, the weekend is coming up soon. Ted Lehman says, "Is this a commission?" No, it's not, Ted. It's just drawing for fun, I guess. I started on one of Pope Fire's live streams. It was over a month ago. I just never went back to it, so I figured, I might as well finish it. It's not doing me any good just sort of sitting around half finished, so I'll finish it, and then if anyone wants to buy it, then they can. But yeah, it's not a commission. Hey, Lady Celtic Moon, how you doing? Good seeing you. Lady Celtic Moon says it's late, about to head to bed. I got 3 streams running live now. Yeah, I do that a lot too. I'll have I'll probably at most I'll have maybe 3. Usually I'll have 2 going at the same time, and then I'll have one where I can hear the sound, and then the other one I'll just be watching. So it's yeah, it's kind of weird. But there's too much it's a good and bad thing about YouTube. Too much content, I mean live content, that you have to sort of watch at once. But ultimately, I tend to choose one, and then I'll just go back and I'll watch the other ones later. Ah, all drawing live streams. I can't click on them right now, but it's funny. It's cool. See, no saying good night on them before I say it to you. Okay, cool. Save the best for last. Yeah, well, I hope you have a good night, Lady Celtic Moon. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And I hope you're staying cool during this hot summer. I really need to call the repairman tomorrow and get our air conditioning fixed. Because it is not pleasant being this hot. Let's see, Floedy, it was Floedy, it was 101 here today. That mean Florida? Floedy? Yeah, I'm in South Florida, so it's hot, and I stay inside most of the day because it is so insufferably hot outside. When the air conditioning is working, it's fine because you can keep the air conditioner, down to a certain, temperature. I usually keep it, at the lowest rather. maybe 80. And compared to outside, that's very pleasant. But I don't know, at night with the humidity, it just gets very, very tough to bear. Let's see. Lady Coke Moon says, I like listening to the music. Oh, good. Yeah, so do I. It keeps me company while I'm drawing. Helps me relax and get into a drawing mood. You ready for D? You ready for D and Q? I guess so. I have no idea what the topic is, so it's hard for me to be ready for something that I don't know what I'm going to be drawing. So, especially if it's something that I'm not really familiar with, like if they do like a video game or some character that I've never really heard of before, yeah, I'm kind of screwed. So let's hope they do Colossus or Storm or someone that I know how to draw. That's the thing. It's like drawing quarters is always like, I hope they sort of let us know ahead of time so we have enough time to sort of do some sort of research on who these characters are, because otherwise I'm kind of stuck. Oh, she says sorry, I meant Lordy. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'm ready. I'm as ready as I can be, not really knowing what's going on. So I know that Mike likes to sort of decide at the last minute what they're going to draw. So yeah, so just have to wait and see. Hopefully they'll let me know. The tough part is like now on drawing quarters, like I mainly try to think like I'm always thinking I have to compete against Matthew Weldon, and for me that is the hardest part about, or the most nerve-wracking part about drawing a quarter, like having to go up against him, because his art is so unique and awesome that I mean it's like going up against King and White, because it's kind of scary, because I every week they both put out stuff that's so fantastic that it's it's very very intimidating. Eric Hawkins says, "You can do it. I believe in you." Okay, cool. Thanks, Eric Hawkins. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's my main concern is doing something that will look good next to Matthew Weldon's or Kenan White's, and that for me that's the hardest part of drawing a quarter. Let's see. Ethereal Dragon says, "Yo." Lady Celtic Moon says, "We'll give Edwin a DM." Yeah, I'll DM him and ask him if he knows what the topic is, so I can sort of get a heads up. Hey, John Diller's here. He says, "Well, well, well." Eric Hawkins says, "You are every bit as good as them. If I can go over there and win, I know you can." Well, thanks. I hope so. I don't know if I'm as good as them, but I definitely enjoy getting a chance to compete against them. So we'll see. Diller Draw says, "Look who it is." Yeah, it's me. It's my channel. Lady Celtic Moon says, "Well, tell him he has to do the straw poll." Yeah, I know. He's going to have to, because I won't be able to. John Diller says, "Look who's streaming." Yeah, me. Hey, John Diller, how you doing? Eric Hawkins says, "Do what Diller Draws did. Big butts." Yeah. Depending on the character I don't know if that'll work. If the character is like Kingpin, I don't know if I want to draw Kingpin's big butt. So we'll have to see. And I'm not really big on the whole Doug TenNapel technique of winning drawn and quarter. So we'll see. John Durr says, "Look what the cat drug in." I think it's dragged in, John, not drug. Is it? Maybe it's both. I don't know. Look who's coming to dinner. Yeah, it's me. Hey. Cat R says, "What nerve?" in all caps. Lady Celtic Moon says, no! What? Lady Celtic Moon apparently knows something that I don't, and she's seen something horrific that has caused her to cry out in horror and pain, possibly. Fear? Agony? I don't know. I'm not sure. Dismay. Hey, 7 people are watching. Cool. Dragged is not a word? It's not? I thought it was. He dragged the corpse across the room. That's not a word, dragged? I'm pretty sure it is. Cat R. I don't see anything from her. Maybe she put an emoji that my tablet can't show. Edwin has been tweeting what the subject is during the middle of the day lately. Lady Celtic Moon says nope. John Diller says she don't want you to draw bogged hippies. I don't know what bogged hippies are. Yeah, Lady Celtic Moon says like and share, folks. Yeah, everyone, please like this video and share it out to Twitter. Let everyone, your grandmother, your mailman, and your vice principal know that I'm live streaming right now, and John Dillard is saying weird stuff. She don't want you to draw bogged hippies. I'm gonna have to put that through my Dillard translator. Find out what that means. I think Dillard is correct. I think it is drug. Dragged isn't a word, really? To have dragged? No, I'm not sure. Somebody other than John Dillard look that up. Because I'm not sure. I still like it. Dragged. Man, 8 people are watching. Very cool. No, I can't screw up. It's a lot easier to screw up when there's no one watching and I'm the only person here. So now the pressure is on, not to screw up. See, well, everyone is better at the English. Everyone is better at the English than I am. Language, I think you meant. Yeah, well, everyone's better at speaking the English language than I am. So, who cares? We don't want to know why you haven't responded to Rick's challenge to a draw off, unofficial. Was there a challenge from Rick to have a draw off? My bad. Dragged and drug are sometimes used interchangeably. However, the correct present tense of drag is dragged. Correct past tense of drag is dragged. Yeah, that's what I thought. Dragged, not drug. Rick is justice, says Bullet. Eric Hawkins says draw off. Ooh, I would watch that. Lady Celtic Moon says, what are my responsibilities as a modder? Oh, as a modder, your responsibility is to let's see, time out John Diller whenever possible. No, I'm kidding. Now, just make sure people don't use bad language. Yeah, I think that's mainly it. No bad language, and because you kind of want this to be a family stream, a stream that even my mom can watch. So that's mainly it. Trixie Mattel is drag. I guess maybe that's a drag queen. Okay, sure. John Diller says yes during his live stream yesterday. Okay, well, no one let me know, so I guess I'll have a draw off with him. I guess that's fine. Lady Kelton Moon says, okay. That Nightcrawler looks like he's come to steal someone's victory. Yeah, he might be. Nightcrawler's a good guy. He would never steal someone's victory. He only takes victory that he's earned. Let's see. Jiminy was busy getting into fights at Disneyland. Oh man. Well, I'm about that big, but Disneyland's a little too far from me. And like, too expensive, dang. It's like a ripoff. But Disney does definitely need some better security. That fight was pretty embarrassing. It's like, and scary. I mean, it's scary that someone can go off like that and like nothing. No cops. There's no nothing. It's like a Disneyland seems to be like a like a lawless oasis or something. I don't know. It's just crazy. Happiest place on earth where people can get their block knocked off by strangers. A scribbattle? I don't know what a scribbattle is. Well, no, John talked to me about what's Scribble, or that game he was talking about before. I've never played it, so I'd have to find out exactly what it entails. That guy was too young and honest to be Jiminy. Oh man. Edwin Boyette, we played to DM. They're still figuring it out. We played to DM. What does that mean? I mean, are you talking about the what Drawn and Quartered is tomorrow? That face is very Alan Davis. Oh, cool. That's good. I like Alan. Alan Davis is probably one of my favorite artists. Weirdly enough, though, I never liked his Excalibur. I loved him on X-Men. I loved all of his other stuff, but his Excalibur was too. I don't know if it was too. I don't want to say too British, but too. It was too weird. It didn't. It didn't appeal to me at all. I basically skipped the whole thing. But everything else he's done, from Avengers to like I said, to X-Men. I mean, I love it. His artwork is so good. Oh, replied. Okay. Replied. Okay, gotcha. Looks like Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, I haven't been to Chuck E. Cheese in a while, so maybe it does. Yeah, yeah. Eric says, "Did you hear him screaming, 'Get up, Grandma, get up'?" Yeah, it was sad. I was like, God, it disgusts me seeing people act so savage in public. It's just ridiculous. So, did you ever find out who that guy was? I heard that he was like some sort of former football player or something. But I don't know if that's true. I do not know. So. Hmm. Let's see. Tommy Sarkeesian Sarkeenan says, "Morning, morning, Tommy. How you doing?" Um, John Doe says, "I will do a live stream just replaying that video over and over again." Hopefully, it won't get struck by copyright people for doing that. But I don't know. I don't know the rules of YouTube's rules are constantly changing. So, one of my favorite Alan Davis works was an X-Men annual. Yeah, I have. I think I have all of his annuals. But yeah, he's done so many. What I really like is his what is it called? The my brain just died. Clandestine. His Clandestine series. Very good. Very good. I wish he was able to. He had continued with that. I mean, I got sort of the extended series for that, and then he did a bunch of he did like a crossover event with a bunch of different Marvel titles about 10 years ago with those characters, and it was really cool. I mean, the guy's a really good writer and artist, and I love all this stuff like the Nail, and he did like Superboy's Legion. He's done so many cool things. I mean, people mainly know him as an artist, but his writing is just really just spot on. Oh, and like his what was it, Fantastic Four: The End series. Great stuff. Um, they found the whole family, but they wouldn't say anything to the police. Oh yeah, right. I'll bet. Ugh, ridiculous. I mean, just arrest them all for disturbing the peace, or at least arrest that one guy, the main thug for you know, for assault. I mean, it's all on videotape, so. Let's see. Tommy says, saw Spidey yesterday. What'd you think? How'd you like it? Diller Draw says, my mom used to work at an Indian high school and got fired for calling a classroom of kids savages. That's probably not a wise thing to do. When you work for a school full of Native Americans, it's probably not the best thing. Indicron. Oh, okay. Lady Keltamoose is posting links. I don't know if I'm believing that, but I'm laughing at it. Yeah, I always take whatever John Diller says with a grain of salt because there's a 99.9% chance he's just making it up. So, yeah. I hear two of the girls were his sisters. Yeah, I mean, I got the impression at least one of them was his sister. I didn't know if the other one was his girlfriend or what. I didn't know what was going on, what their relations were. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just like, you shouldn't be. I mean, when you weigh, the guy had to weigh like 250. I mean, the guy was huge. So when you're that big and you're obviously muscular, you shouldn't be wailing on, women half your size. Well, depending on how you're measuring size. But I mean, he obviously was more physically capable than they were. So a little bit of toxic masculinity there. A little misogynistic in his approach to problem solving. So yeah, was not good. As the people on Twitter like to say, it wasn't a good look. So yeah. Let's see. Red Shirt was tall. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was big. But there was. Oh gosh. Bullet says, but there was only one cup. Oh my gosh. John Doe says the guy was a second string Raiders player before. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. I heard that he played football in some capacity. He's the one who paid for everyone to be there. He also houses both his mom, and his cousin and her husband. Yeah, but that doesn't give him the right to treat everyone like his personal punching bag. So yeah, maybe it's kind of a lesson to everyone. It's like don't be dependent on other people because they might start to think that they have a right to treat you like garbage. the guys were scared to do anything because he's housing them. Well, yeah, that's how it usually works. I mean, if you, when someone has power over you, I mean, whether it's your relative or the government, I mean, you're scared to, speak out about, mistreatment. So, best rule of thumb is don't be dependent on them. Be independent. Pay your own way. What was it the Bible says? The borrower is slave to the lender. So don't be a lender. As the Bible and Shakespeare says, neither borrower nor lender be. For borrowing, for borrowing often loses both money and friend, and lending dulls the edge of husbandry. I think that's how it goes. Can't remember if that's Hamlet or something else. But it is Shakespeare. So don't borrow, people. Pay your own way. CP, of course. Let's see. Tommy says it was nice. Oh, he's talking about Spider-Man. It was nice. I somewhat thought afterwards that I should have absolutely loved it, as it was done really well. Might have been a bit predictable, and I split about MJ. Mysterio was good. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to see it because of a number of reasons, including the whole fake MJ thing. I'm not a fan of the MCU Spider-Man. I'm not. To me, it's not Spider-Man. He's too un-Spider-Man like, I guess I should say. Yeah. I'll watch it when it shows up on TV for free. But I did hear that it looks really good and special effects are really good. It's just that the character himself and the way he's portrayed, and the way all of his what they call the supporting cast are portrayed. It's not Spider-Man. They're not recognizable as Spider-Man characters. So I mean, that's not Flash Thompson. That's not obviously not Mary Jane Watson. She doesn't even have the same name. That's obviously not Aunt May. Even though she has the same name, she doesn't look like her. She doesn't act like her. It's just Spider-Man. Now I don't want to say Spider-Man name only, but kind of is. John Doder says, family refused to press charges. Of course they did. CPS was not called. Of course not. Law enforcement was gone, left Disney, and didn't even escort them out. Now, that's ridiculous. That is what should have immediately happened. The whole family should have been kicked off of Disney property for their behavior and for endangering the other my brain's dying tonight. Probably because it's so hot. The other customers. Eric Hawkins says it's sad, but the guy in the white shirt was cracking me up. He is in Toontown and wanted his arm back like a cartoon. Then instead of hitting the guy in front of him, he hit the girl. It was like watching a cartoon. Well, yeah, they were in Toontown. So anything happens in Toontown, what happens in Toontown stays in Toontown, unless they're recording it on their cell phone. Then it does not stay in Toontown. He did lose his Disneyland passes. That's all. That's pretty sad, John. It looked like one of those fights that have been brewing for a long time. Then they should have waited till they were out of the park. Should have waited till they were back in the hotel room. Compo Bob says, LOL. Just happened to come to a head at Disneyland. Aunt May is now hot. LOL. Visitors. Thank you, Lady Celtic Moon. Yeah, visitors. It is sad that it took me like 20 minutes to come up with a word somewhat similar to visitors. It wasn't even visitors. It was just customers. I'll be right back. I have to check the laundry. Or my wife will knock me out like that guy in the video. Okay, I'm back. Hey, man, people are still here. That's shocking. Um, let's see. Don't ask how I know. I just know. John Dillard has sources how he knows all this information. Dillard read it in the tea leaf, says Bullet. Compo Boss says, yeah, dude in the red shirt was crazy. He gets choked down, and after he gets back up, starts trying to find the guy who choked him. Bro just wanted to throw it down, apparently. That would never happen at Disney World. They have alligators for that kind of disruption. Seriously. Yeah. Yeah, Disney World doesn't play. Um, they weren't poor. The only Disney passes that have that day not blocked out are that have that day not blocked out are the top 2 tier passes. Okay, I don't. Again, I don't really go to Disney World. I think the last time I went was probably has to be 15 years ago. It's only 3 hours away from me, but it's just too expensive for me. The only place I go to Disney World is a place called used to be called Downtown Disney. Now it's called what is it called now? They changed the name. Disney Springs, I think. And it's free. It's free to get in. You just pay for whatever shops or restaurants you go to. And that's why I go, because it's a cool place. There are no rides or anything. It's just a bunch. It just has shops. They used to have Cirque du Soleil there, and they have music bands, bars, and stuff. So it's a fun place to go. And again, it's free to get in. You just pay for whatever you do, as opposed to Disney World where you have to pay $110 or something just to get inside the door. It's ridiculous. Compo Bob said, I'm surprised Goofy didn't stealth up and hit him with a taser and then drag him into the underground by his ankles. Nothing to see here, folks. Disney business. Nothing to see. Don't worry, folks. Everything's fine. Just keep on moving. Get over here. Mickey starts cracking him upside the head with a 2x4. That would be cool. John Doe says, just ghetto. Compo Bob says, in the ghetto. They cut to movies laughing. I go every day, brah. I go every day, bro. Seth. I go and go. Downtown Disney is just like City Walk. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's and I kind of like that. It's very, I don't know, convenient, very easy, um, very low stress. I enjoy it. Bill says you can't fix stupid. It's a mall with a theme. Well, yeah. Well, Downtown Disney has a bunch of different themes, just depending on where you go. So it's like I said, it's very low. I don't know, low pressure for me. Just go in there, relax, you can have dinner, then leave. Disney World, you go there because you pay so much money. You sort of feel obligated to like go everywhere and get your money's worth, and you don't feel that way when you go to Downtown Disney or Disney Springs, whatever they call it now. It's just you go there, you enjoy what you want to enjoy, and then you can just get out of Dodge. It's for me that's ideal. I don't want to have to stick around someplace the whole day just because you know I paid out the wazoo just to get inside. To me, that's not fun. No amount of money or freeloading family fixes that. Oh, you're talking about stupid? Yeah. It's just it's like people who win the lottery. If they were sort of, I don't want to say trailer trash, but if they were kind of trailer trash before they won the lottery, them winning money isn't going to fix that. There's going to be sort of low class people who now have money. So yeah, unfortunately, there are a lot of people who lack basic social skills. You don't know how to behave in public, and they have money. So all that stuff, all that sort of bad behavior rears its head in unfortunate places. They're often very public. Let's see. Downtown Disney is where you take a cheap date. Wink, wink. Yes, yeah, I've taken my wife there many times. So I have no qualms about um, not spending a gazillion dollars on someplace when I don't have to. Bullet says, "Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more." Lady Celtic Moon says, "Hey, Quill, I am oil field trash, but I know better. What is oil field trash? Does that mean your family worked in an oil field?" I don't even. It's not even a question of like where you're from. It's just a question of like how you're, I guess, raised. I mean, it's just knowing knowing how to behave in public is kind of a basic, or should be a basic social skill. You know, don't punch women in public, if at all. I mean, that should be a basic. You shouldn't be beating up people in public, especially not your sisters or your relatives. Don't grab women by the hair when you're just. I don't know. There's some basics that you should have learned when you were in grade school of things you should not be doing in public. Like those people. Let's see. Don Joe says, "Yes, I saw that Celtic Moon. Yes, it is." Bullet says, like the people who open. Oh, lick. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's disgusting. It's just disgusting. But again, it has to do with poor upbringing. I mean, they obviously were not taught as children how to behave properly in public and how to treat other people. So it's like I always compare it to puppies or dogs. If you don't train it properly, if you don't socialize a puppy and teach it how to behave when it's young, and just let it do whatever it wants, when it's a grown dog, it's just gonna be peeing all over the carpet, you know, because no one had enough common sense to teach it, you know, where to go. Um, but unlike dogs, I do hold adult humans who act like you know pigs or dirt bags. I hold them responsible because humans have enough sense to learn when they're grown. It's just a question of whether or not they choose to do so. So these people do not get a pass from me. Um, John Dillard says my sisters don't know how to behave in public. That's not good. Um, Question is, do you, John Dillard? Bully says, yeah, you never put your hands on a woman ever. Well, I would say, as a rule, you're correct. However, also as a rule, if a woman attacks you, I think it's foolish not to defend yourself if need be, because women are not women can kill you, literally. I mean, if I think it's foolish to let someone beat you up and possibly kill you simply because they happen to be female. I think that um, common sense self defense needs to be in play at all times. If you think you're in danger, defend yourself. If it's a woman, defend yourself. Because if you don't, you could end up in a hospital or dead. So I don't underestimate women. um, they were fighting each other on the side of the highway. Oh, are you talking about your sisters? Oh, stop. That's terrible, John. Sorry to hear that. Lady Celtic Moon says Texas is looking for that girl and the guy who filmed it. They know it was in Lufkin, Texas. I think they found them, actually. Lady Celtic Moon. I put my hands on all the women. All the women's. Okay, John Dillard. Bullet says, well, I'm not about to let a biatch step to this. Okay. All right. But okay, hold on 1 second. Be right back. Sorry about that. Let's see. See if everyone left due to my sudden absence, or if John Dillard was entertaining everyone while I was gone. Let's see if John Dillard was keeping everyone company. Let's see. Lady Celtic Moon says, okay. In general, you remove yourself from the situation, says Bullet. Yes, I agree. Remove yourself from the situation if possible. That is always preferable because things can turn in an ugly direction very quickly. A lot more quickly than you imagine or want. Lady Celtic Moon says, yes, Dillard is a Masu spa person. Masu spa person. I don't know what that means. Let me see if I can find that girl. Woman filming, film licking ice cream tub could face 20 years. Yeah, she won't get 20 years. I think I'd be in jail already if I were a masseuse or rather a masseur. Oh, yeah, probably, John. I'm trying to get my Fallout 4 straightened out so I can stream, says Lady Celtic Moon. Oh, cool. Blue Bunny is serious business. Yeah, you don't seriously don't mess with. Is it Blue Bunny? Was that what it's called? I think it's Blue. It's Blue. Something else. Was it Blue Bunny ice cream? I don't think it was. What was it? I can't remember. I don't really eat that much ice cream, so. I cannot recall offhand. Was it Blue Bonnet? I think it was Blue Bonnet ice cream. Blue Bell. Yeah, Blue Bell. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think it was Blue Bunny. Blue Bell ice cream. I'm trying to think what ice cream I like. I tend to like Breyers. I'm kind of basic. I don't have like a special ice cream. I like Breyers chocolate chip. Ted says, sorry, wrong state. Blue waffle. What's blue waffle? Never heard of it. It's a Wisconsin brand. Okay. Oh, cool. We get Blue Bunny here too, says Lady Celtic Moon. Okay, so it is an ice cream. Why do I think Blue Bonnet? Maybe that's another ice cream. A lot of ice cream seems to be named after the color blue. No wonder you don't like much ice cream. You've been eating butter. Blue Bonnet, the butter. Okay, Blue Bonnet is butter. Okay. I can't keep track of all these dairy products. uh, let's see. This Nightcrawler is way too over sexualized. Yeah, I did notice before that it sort of reminds me of the that Milo Manera Spider Woman pose, but and actually before I started working on it today, I thought about making this sort of like a um, homage to it, but the pose is different because the positions of the arms and the hands and everything are off, and I didn't feel like redoing the whole thing, so I figured, it kind of would have been funny, but it only makes sense if the pose is the same. So, but yeah, no, I understand what you mean. But this is what, this is how they've been drawing Nightcrawler and Spider-Man for the last, 60 years, with his butt up in the air while he's crawling on walls and stuff. So it's only in the dopey SJW era of Marvel that drawing standard comic book poses is considered over-sexualized. Uh, let's see. John Doerr says, Jiminy, what are my responsibilities as a mod? You don't have any because you're not a mod. So your responsibilities as a mod are nil. Um, Ted Lehman says, it's inclusive. Yes, it's an inclusive pose. Oh gosh, Eric Hawkins says I drew a naked Wolverine in that pose. Oh, nasty. Um, that's one hairy, sweaty dude. No, thank you. It was a joke, Jimmy. Gee whiz. That's fine. Why are you writing in all caps, John? Huh. All right, this is. Hmm, hmm, huh, huh. Sorry, thinking. Well, all right, all right, Rabbit, all right. Uh, Sorry, trying to think of exactly what I'm drawing. Trying to figure out what he is climbing down. I think it's going to be climbing down a building, but uh, I was worried about his tail because obviously it's getting smaller here, So it looks like it's going off into the distance. Before I had him just on a flat wall all the way up, but then how can his tail be going off into the distance when his hands and feet are obviously against the plane of the wall? So it has to be going off into space further back than the plane where his feet and hands are. So I have to sort of end that plane here and have him crawling over the side of a building. So gotta figure it out. Lake Moon says he was poking fun at me. Yeah, that's what I figured. Bo says this Nightcrawler has awakened something deep inside me. Okay, I guess that's good. Draw says I will draw Wolverine fully clothed in an adult bookstore, looking nervous because I'm classy. I don't know if Wolverine would be nervous in an adult bookstore. I think he'd probably feel right at home. Could he be holding something with his tail? Yeah, but then it'd have to make sense. What would he be holding it in his tail? I mean, yeah, yeah. I don't know. Draw him climbing down an elaborate Gothic facade. Yeah. Problem is that I need to look at reference for that. Bullet says, yeah, I can't go through the wall. John Dillard offers to make Lady Celtic Moon an icon, which is good. And Lady Celtic Moon says, that's a good idea, Dillard. Cool. That's good. Yeah. I don't know. I gotta think about that. But let me, I guess I can start inking this. Although I want his smile to be. Oh, rapier sword? Have him holding a gun with his tail. Yeah, I don't think Nightcrawler uses guns. He uses blades, or rather swords. Yeah, I understand. A Bible. He's a man of faith. Yeah. Yeah. It's just that him holding a sword without context is just weird to me, especially when he's crawling down a building. If he were, I don't know. Let's see. Good idea about the Gothic facade. He sometimes holds a sword with his tail. Says Brian Hawkins. Yeah, I know. Again, without some sort of context for why he's doing that, it just seems odd to me. Man, sorry. Sinuses are acting up. Let's see. I'm holding Mjolnir with his tail. Yeah, there you go. He's worthy. John Doe says Jimmy won't draw because it's hard. It's not that it's hard. It's just that I need a reason in my head for him that would make sense. Him just holding a sword in his tail while climbing down a building, to me, doesn't make any sense. So. Excuse me. Ooh. Lady Celtic Moon says, I think she said Mike is live streaming with Gary Shipman. I think she said that. Bo says, remember when he was pirate Nightcrawler? The sword is canon. Yeah, I know it's canon. It's just that he was a pirate at the time, so. So context. Mike is streaming. John Doe says, draw the Gothic Cathedral. He's going to be on going down a building of some sort, so just not sure what kind. Eric Hawkins says, hey, I found my Wolverine. You and John might see it next time you are on Twitter. Don't worry, it isn't that naked. Just a little crack. Mike is streaming with Gary, says Lady Celtic Moon. Will says, I was a big fan of his when he was in Excalibur. Oh, cool. Alright, that's too much. Let's see. Scott Schmier says, draw balancing on Wolverine's head. Funny. Draw him climbing up a sentinel leg, put the sword in his tail. Yeah, that's a good idea. John Doe with tons of helpful suggestions on what I should be drawing him doing. All right. All right, let's see. Well, it says put some Pepsi logos on its back and shoulders. Yeah, there you go. Everybody, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up and share it to Twitter and the interwebs, and hit the bell for notifications. My goal is to eventually get enough subscribers so that I can get sponsored by Pepsi, and then I can put Pepsi logos on his back and his shoulders and legs and his butt, his forehead, all that other good stuff. So, but I can't do that without your help. So please subscribe to my channel, and most importantly, help me beat Pope Fire in the number of subs she has. I think she has over 400 right now, and I have I think 316. So so do your part to help me defeat Pope Fire. Let's see. Eric Hawkins says, "Who gave the dislike? Someone disliked it? Oh, no, somebody disliked my stream. John Dillard. Is Pope Fire here? John Dillard says, me and Cat, I think. I knew John Dillard had something to do with it. That's all right. Why does Cat dislike my stream? I like Cat. Scott Schmear says, Dillard Draw says, because Jiminy cheated Rick out of his only chance at going to the Pro Edition. Why was it Rick's only chance to be on the Pro Edition? Is Rick not going to be competing anymore in the Fan Edition? Is he moving? What's going on? And Eric Hawkins is laughing. He's like, Cat is a toxic feminist, says Bullet. I don't think so. Cat seems very nice to me. Eric Hawkins says, hey, artists. Oh, hey, artists, if you use Copics, Michaels has them buy one, get 50% second one. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, I never bought Copics because they're so expensive. So 50% off. I'm guessing will just mean they're at a price that I can afford. So I don't know if I want to buy one, but yeah, if you are into Copics, that sounds like a great deal. And before you go to Michael's, make sure you get the 40% coupon off on their website. Go to their website and get the 40% off coupon. That way you'll get even better deal. So I never go to Michael's without getting that 40% off coupon from their website. John Doerr says no, he's leaving to Brazil. Oh, he's going on a mission trip to Brazil because he's terrible at. That's not nice. I think that Rick will have plenty of opportunities to go on to Pro Edition in the future. This is definitely not his last chance. And he is a fairly good artist. So you know he can do it. I have faith in Cross Comics. Um, Scott Schmier says, "How Moonis, Eric? I need to go look at that." Oh, Scott. Oh, he's talking about the Copic steel. Okay, got it. Yeah, no, check it out. Check it out, Scott. Oh, stop, Bullet. Rick is going to Brazil to get STDs. Bullet says, "You don't know cat, LOL." Sheesh. No, Rick's a good Rick's a good guy. He won't be doing anything that'll get him in trouble. Eric Hawkins says here in St. Louis they're $8 each. Then the second is $4. That also goes for the sets as well. Oh wow! And the ink refills, they don't have the refills in the store. Wow, man. Hmm. Hmm. Sorry. Just I need a. I know. I need a sheet of paper to rest my arm on while I ink, because otherwise I will smear the pencils into oblivion and make a mess of the paper. Um, Eric Hawkins says I didn't buy any. Still too expensive. Yeah, I can't. I mean, you need with markers. You need a good size set in order to for them to be worthwhile, to be used effectively. You need a good variety of different markers. And when markers cost $8 each, just 10 markers, that's freaking $80. I can't. And even if half of them, even if you get this buy one get one free, that's still $40 and then 20. It's still $60. Um, uh, yeah, I can't. $60 for 10 markers. I don't know if I can justify that. It's been so long since I've used markers that it would be it makes it even less likely that I would buy them. If you use markers though, I mean it sounds like a really good deal. Again, especially if you use that 40% off coupon from Michaels. I used markers when I all through college, and then once I got out, I used them and stuff. But once once computer coloring became widespread, I didn't need to use them anymore. So I gladly sort of put them aside because computer coloring was so much cleaner and less less of a hassle than traditional coloring that it didn't make any sense for me to continue using markers to color. It was just why bother? See. Scott Schmier says technically he won with votes, but yeah, Bullet says cock blocking. Where's my thing? Eric Hawkins says maybe you and Rich should do a joint drawing on D and Q. You draw the first hour, you finish up your drawing the second hour, then he goes, and then you can do the poll too. Yeah, it seems like a lot of trouble. John Doe says, haha, using a trash paper and character to rest your hand on. Yes. That way I don't waste paper. So, Lady Kelska Moon, you have a good night. Thank you for hanging out and for moderating and all that awesome stuff you've been doing. So I appreciate you. Thank you. Scott Schmier says, I do that too, Dillard. Of course you do. That's gonna make sense. You don't want your artwork to smear. John Doe says, you do that too, Dillard. Copics are trash. Just color it digitally. Well, some people use both. I mean, I know like Adam Hughes and Artgerm and who's the other artist who does that a lot. But they use markers first, and then they bring it into Photoshop and they enhance it or add to it digitally. So I mean, I don't know if there's any right or wrong way to do it. It's just that I feel more comfortable coloring by computer. Again, for me, it's cleaner and there's more. I find there's less have less problems that way. I guess that's the easiest way to say it. So. Eric Hawkins says, I prefer to color digitally, but shows it's a little difficult. Yeah, yeah. I mean, when you're at live shows, I mean, especially when you're doing commissions, I mean, you would have to do it by hand with either Copics or Prismacolors or something. I mean, you have to. I mean, if you're coloring, that is. Scottshire says I use watercolor. Yeah, that's good. I don't have nearly enough control to use watercolor. I mean, it takes a lot of skill. I don't have it. Bullet says just make them wait. And watercolor markers. That's good. Very cool. Now I can say whatever I want, says John Dillard. No. Scottshire says, when do you not say whatever you want, Dillard? Yeah, you don't want to smear your art. Scottshire says, I'm going to do the Namor I did today, tomorrow with watercolor. Oh, cool. I let the ink dry good before I try and erase pencil. Yeah. That's the thing. It's like, it's so much, at least to me, or for me, there's so much prep work you have to do when you're working in watercolor that it makes it too difficult for me to try to attempt. It seems like a big hassle, and I'm kind of I don't have the patience to do it. I admire people who do have that patience because it pays off. It's pretty cool. Mm. Scott Shamir says, my crown will erase right off if you don't wait at least an hour for them to dry. Oh, wow. Ouch. Dark Knight Returns, Nighthawk Warrior says, awesome Nightcrawler. Oh, thank you very much. I just came to give you a thumbs up. Oh, great. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, everyone, please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. And, hit the bell for notifications. And please subscribe so that, next time I'm online or I post a video, you guys will be notified and, you won't sort of be left in the dark. Eric Hawkins says, everyone have a good night. Good luck tomorrow, Jim. You already have 2 of my votes. Oh, cool. Well, thank you. I have 2 of your votes. Awesome. All I need are the other 25. So, yeah, everyone, tomorrow I'm going to be on Drawn and Quartered, in case you didn't know. I'm not I don't know what the topic's going to be, but it's going to be on the Blacklist Universe channel at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Mike Miller's channel, if you didn't know. So come check it out. I'll I'll be drawing under my other screen name, Jiminy Cricket. So please show up, and if you would, vote for me if you like my artwork. Again, I don't know what they're going to have us draw, so just have to wait and see. And Malin almost always phones it in, LOL. Wait, hold on. I think I missed something. Well, it says, I'll vote Malin just to punish you. Oh, okay, gotcha. And Malin almost always phones it in. Just draw lewd with feet and you'll win. Oh, man. Yeah, John Malin, I know he can draw better than he does on Drawn and Quartered. I don't know why he doesn't put more effort into it. Maybe he feels he doesn't have to because he's got the Malin militia sort of backing him up and voting for him regardless. But yeah, I kind of wish he would put more effort into it and not just depend on sort of fan votes. Because like Mike puts a ton of effort into each week, and I feel bad for him because I mean if the winner was based on just like the amount of effort put in, Mike would win. He may not win every week, but he would win, a good number of weeks. He puts in a ton of effort in 2 hours for those drawings, and I'm often shocked. I mean, he comes in last place sometimes. I'm just like shocked. It's like, how can I don't understand that. Bullet says, I think he's good but lazy. You're talking about John Malin. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think he's a decent artist. He's a good artist. It's just that he doesn't put effort into his drawings. He like you said, he phones it in, or he's mailing it in, so to speak. And I think because he has the quote unquote mail-in militia that's going to vote for him regardless, that makes him, he's no longer hungry, for the votes. He knows he has them in a bag, so he just sort of rests on that. Bullet says merit has no place in popularity contests. Yeah, I guess you're right. So, but I think for most of the artists, Drawn and Quartered is more of a they see Drawn and Quartered as more of a merit based contest than a popularity contest. So. Scotchmare says, I wanted to get on the fan edition, but in not in a hurry now, but I'm not in a hurry now. Yeah, I mean, just whenever you feel like it, just let um, Chester Busby know, and I'm sure he would love to have you on. Oh, man, uh, what time is it? All right, it is 1:17. When it hits, I think 1:30, I'm gonna stop for now, and maybe pick it up at a later date, later time, because I am getting a little worn out. Um, let's see. Scott Schmidt says, well, since it is like Bullet says, I'm not in a hurry even more now. It's like, well, okay, Scott, don't worry about the whole stupid popularity contest thing. That's I try to when I set up the poll for the Pro Edition, I try to take steps to sort of mitigate that in the poll, and hopefully Booster will as well in future fan editions, so that you know there can't be sort of shenanigans and stuff. People won't be sort of mass voting someone just because they want them to win. In general, it doesn't work that way anyway. I mean, if someone's really good on a fan edition or decent, they'll get votes based on merit. So don't let that sort of make you shy about being on a fan edition. Um, let's see. John Diller says, "I'm sorry. I thought this live stream was called Finishing Nightcrawler Garbage Tier." Yeah, well, it is finishing it. It doesn't say it will be finished. I'm working on it, so I'm in the process of finishing it. Sorry, John Dillard. I apologize. John Dillard wants his money back. Scott is mean to everyone. Now he's worried. Scott is mean to everyone. Oh, man. I think John Dillard is projecting a little. Scott's mean to everybody. Scott's mean. Scott Schmier says, I haven't been mean to anyone. If anyone is always mean, it's you. Yeah, you tell him, Scott. Scott, try not to take John Dillard too seriously, because he is. I think he's at least 99.9% troll. 99.5% troll, 0.5% real boy. So. No. Scott, I need your address, says John Dillard. I have some crap to send you. Don't you might it might be literal, Scott. So be careful. Be careful about giving John Dillard any of your personal information. You overestimate my realness. I'll get right on that, says Kashmir. I keeps it real. I keeps it real, says John Dillard. Remember, John Dillard's previous screen name was Gaming the System, so let's all keep that in mind. This drawing paper, I went to Michael's today and it was cheap. Oh, cool. Neat. Yeah. Drawing paper is very important. The drawing paper I use, right now, I really like it, is, and they don't, well, they sell a version of it, but they don't sell this kind. It's Strathmore Bristol board, but for me, the important part is what type of Bristol it is. The one I'm using right now is smooth, and it is the 400 series. You can see there, 400 series. The higher the series number, the better quality the paper. And the way I determine paper quality is whether or not the inks bleed or not when I use it. The 400 series and the 500 series are excellent. Once you get down to the 300 series, then you start getting a fair amount of ink bleeding when you use certain pens on the paper. And yeah, for me that is no bueno. That's not good. So I've learned not to buy the 300 series of Bristol from Strathmore, and only buy the 400 and 500 series. Unfortunately, I found this out after I went to Michael's and I bought a whole bunch of 300 series on sale. So I have a whole bunch of 300 series paper, and I still use it, but it's just that especially on major jobs and stuff, I use the 400 and 500 series because I don't have to worry about anything with that paper. I mean, it's solid. And it's very reliable. I don't have to worry about any mess ups other than my own lack of skill, and I make enough mess ups with that. So I don't need any additional ones due to ink bleeding where I don't need it to bleed. Let's see. Scott keeps complaining he has no paper. Okay, cool. Eagle 43 says, "What's paper? I just use computers." Dual Draw says he may have been on the toilet when he said that, though. Could be, John Dillard. It could be. Let's see. Oh, man. Alright, let's try this again. Alright. Hey, Gaming NR Nerpix posted a weird message that I don't quite understand. So. Alright. Okay, interesting. Very odd. John Doe says, I am impressed with the hair. Oh, well, thanks. Are you using reference? No, no reference. I'm just memory of how I've seen his hair drawn, mainly by John Byrne, I think, and Dave Cockrum. So I'm trying to get out of that. I got into a real habit of not drawing his face very flat, so that it was all in shadow from his top of his head to like just below his eyes. I'm trying to break out of that to make it look more realistic in a sense. And I'm also trying to work on my hair to work on the highlights, because I'm really, hair is probably one of the things I have the most problems with. And I look at some people like Kanan White, who and Ethan Van Sciver and Mike Miller. Oh my gosh, and they draw hair like incredibly well. That's one of the things I need to really work on, my ability to draw hair, or at least ink hair. Yeah, it's all me. All the mistakes are me. Well, it says mental library. Yeah, I need to expand my mental library. I find that looking at I think I mentioned before, looking at inking videos on YouTube have helped me a lot. You're better than Kanan, you're just slower. No, I'm not. Trust me, I know what I'm capable of doing, and I've seen Kanan's work. He's much better than I am. One day, I will improve my skills to that point, and beyond. But Kanan White is I always think of him as like the Goku of comic skate. His talent is so high that everyone else is like he's so good that he raises everyone else's game up, because they're all trying to improve themselves to seeing his work, because I see what's actually capable. A lot of artists are like that in comic skate. I've seen so many great artists. Even John Diller's pretty good. There's so many really good artists that I've seen over the past year. That it's very heartening. Says your character figures pop a lot more, much more lifelike. I've also seen Kanan's work. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think I don't know. I've just been very impressed by what I've seen from him. So okay, I'm gonna stop for now. It's 1:36, and I'm getting a little worn out. So sorry, John, it's not finished. So the title of this video, this live stream, was a lie. I'm afraid he's not finished. It is finishing him, but he's not quite there yet. But hopefully, over the next few days, I'll be getting him finished. But everyone, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you everyone who has stuck around. 5 people are still watching, which is awesome. Thank you. Even people like John Dillard who spent all their time ragging on me. I don't mind. It's fine. I just appreciate you guys hanging out, keeping me company. And I will see you guys tomorrow. If not during a live stream, then hopefully I'll see you guys during the drawn and quartered competition at 10 p.m. on Mike Miller's channel, Blacklist Universe. So until then, I hope you guys have a great day. And again, I hope you give this video a thumbs up. I hope you've subscribed to my channel, and I hope that you have hit the bell for notifications of future videos, so that next time I'm on, you guys will know about it. Let's see, a few last things from John Dillard before I sign off. He's very fat. He says Kane White's very fast, very impactful, but very stiff and uninspired. His figures. John Dillard says, "You stink. I wasn't going to watch anyway," and then a big frowny face. Okay, thanks, John Dillard. Love you too. You take care. You guys, talk to you later. Bye.